That was weird, Herbie. I didn't even know we were gone. I didn't even know we were gone. Unfortunately, I'm not the only thing going on with the network or with our Wi-Fi. So who knows what the TV's doing. So sorry about that, folks. Who knows what's going on? I was watching everyone leave, and I'm like, what's going on? I went to go get something for someone. Good morning. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not the only activity on our friggin' network. So, it just seems like it would behoove, for a connection to a daily show to, you know, stay dedicated to it. But, here we are. We're dedicated. We're outside even because of it. So, we're gonna get a little spotty on Mondays. All right. So we're gonna get a little spotty. All right. This is something that we have to deal with out here. So we got a little spotty on Mondays. All right. Good morning, everybody. Again and again. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Good thing I wasn't reading. Good thing I wasn't reading, right? Man, with what I'm about to get into. Good thing I wasn't reading, or else I would have lost connection. It's been like a half hour of me reading into a dead camera. Makes me unhappy to know that, like, that's there. But here we are, folks. I'm glad you guys are here. Glad we're all here. Just in time to break the rules. Let's get into it real quick, actually, about this, because it seems like it's a topic that comes up often, and there's really no need for it all. This is why I bring it up. I'm a bit more of a thumb in the eye kind of guy, where it's like we don't get political around here. We don't we don't get religious. We don't. We just don't. It's not. Nobody sounds smart. Um, no one, neither side. We all sound really stuck in our own ways. A lot of people unwilling to do like actual research beyond what they, heard in their own little echo chamber with scroll. Either side, both sides. I see myself doing it. I see other people doing it. It's like, oh God, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild when I like wade into like the other side of whatever it is, and I'm like, wow, some crazy people are here, and then like you walk away and it's like, I don't know. You remember at the beginning of the show when someone made fun of my face, and I'm like, really? You took your time out of your life, and you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that to someone else, and so it was just like, do I really care enough to like try and ruin your perspective? No, I care enough to teach. I care enough to like maybe help you get to a perspective. That's what I care enough about. You know, I care enough that like maybe I don't know that like you should have an opinion on things. I don't know, but you could if you wanted to. You know, I care enough about that. You know, so that's where I'm at when it comes to anything, political or whatnot. When it comes to religious, I'm a bit more of a it's pretty. I think it's pretty apparent where I'm at with that stuff. And it's not as much of a controversy I got to worry about, or that anybody really has to worry about. I don't think. I think we're all pretty much like, we're all gonna die. But but when it comes to politics, like in political whatever history, like I think it's important that we know like the the alphabet of how we spell words that mean you versus us. I said that out loud. All right. Um, So let's make sure we're still connected here. Make sure. Give me emotes. Give me some emotes. Give me some green emotes. Give me some green emojis. Some green emojis, and I'll dibble dabble this out, and I'll take a swiggle swaggle biggle baggle of the monster here, and then we'll settle down. We'll settle down for some reading time. All right, we got some green motes going on there. All right, we got some green motes, and throughout the reading, if it's all right with the throughout the reading, if it's all right, because it's easier for me, maybe throw some green motes or whatnot. Let me know we're still going. So, love you guys. All right, that's the swiggle swaggle, and then we got the little baby dibble dabble. Dibble. Dabble. And then this one's for the flowers. Double. Alright, folks. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you, as you let me be me. There's geese up in there. I'm doing it right in tune with you guys. I love it. All right. Where were we here? Where were we? We had Bentham telling us that we needed utilitarianism, where it's happiness was a formula. There's like an arithmetic to happiness, according, a calculus to happiness, according to Jeremy Bentham, and the greatest good for the greatest number. So that was last week, or the last time that we read. So let's see where we're at coming up here. James Madison. The people have a right to keep and bear arms. Again, we're learning about politics. There's also a lawn service situation going on across the street here. So if they're too loud, I don't know, let me know, but you're gonna have to give me some emotes or whatnot to let me know. And but we're learning about politics. We're not getting political. If you get political while we learn about politics, you're just getting in the way. Okay. And we don't want to do that, do we? No, Mr. Lobster. Should I introduce myself at the beginning of each show? The people have a right to keep and bear arms. James Madison, 1751, 1836. Even as the founding fathers were putting the finishing touches on the U.S. Constitution in 1788. By the way, we're reading out of the book, the politics book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. Let's start this one more time. Even as the founding fathers were putting the finishing touches on the U.S. Constitution in 1788, demands came for the addition of a Bill of Rights. The idea that the people have a right to keep and bear arms appears as the Second Amendment in this bill, with the words, "The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." The exact wording is crucial, since it has become the focus of modern debate over gun control and how much freedom U.S. citizens have to have by law to own and carry guns. The architect of the Bill of Rights was Virginia-born James Madison, who was also one of the main creators of the Constitution itself. This makes him possibly unique among political thinkers in that he was able to put his ideas directly into practice, ideas that are still, 2 centuries later, the basis of the political way of life of the world's most powerful nation. Indeed, in later becoming president, Madison climbed to the very peak of the political edifice that he had himself created. The Bill of Rights is considered by some as the very embodiment of the Enlightenment thinking on natural rights, which began with John Locke and culminated in Thomas Paine's inspirational call for the rights of man. Remember, Thomas Paine, we've learned, has been stirring up crap in England. Or no, he stirred up a lot of crap. Yeah, he tried to stir up crap in England. Came over here, he stirred up crap, and was like, oh yeah, alright, I'm really good at stirring up crap. And so then he went to France and started stirring up crap, and then France was like, dude, there's already so much going on here, get out of here. And so then he went back to England and started trying to stir up crap again. So this is Thomas Paine, just like, thumb in the eye, you know? Let's get back to it. Though the latter stressed Thomas Paine's inspirational call for the rights of man, though the latter stressed the importance of democracy, the universal right to vote, as a principle in his treatise, we all have a voice, Madison's intentions were more pragmatic. They were rooted in the tradition of English politics, where Parliament sought to prevent the sovereign from overreaching his power, rather than striving to protect basic universal freedoms. As he admitted in a letter to Thomas Jefferson, the only reason Madison put forward the Bill of Rights was to satisfy the demands of others. He personally believed that the establishment of the Constitution by itself, and so the creation of proper government, should have been enough to guarantee that fundamental rights are protected. Indeed, he admitted that the addition of a Bill of Rights implied that the Constitution was flawed and could not protect these rights in itself. There was also a risk that defining specific rights would impair protection of rights that were not specified. Moreover, Madison acknowledged that Bills of Rights had not had a happy history in the United States. I don't really know too much more. I don't know enough about the history for me to like insert a wacky little comment, so okay. But there were also strong reasons why a Bill of Rights might be a good idea. Like most of the founding fathers, Madison was nervous of the power of the majority. A democracy, wrote Thomas Jefferson, is nothing more than mob rule, where 51% of the people may take away the rights of the other 49. Wow. Let me read that again. Democracy, wrote Thomas Jefferson, is nothing more than mob rule, where 51% of the people may take away the rights of the other 49. A Bill of Rights might help protect the minority against the mass of the people. In our governments, Madison wrote, the real power lies in the majority of the community, and the invasion of private rights is chiefly to be apprehended, not from acts of government contrary to the sense of its constituents, but from acts in which the government is the mere instrument of the major number of the constituents. We're not a toolbox for you to play power. In other words, the Bill of Rights was actually intended to protect property owners against the democratic instincts of the majority. They'll stop eventually. Madison also had a simple political reason for creating the Bill of Rights. He knew he would not gain support for the Constitution with someone drilling holes or whatever. Someone let that happen. I think they're done. I also understand that there's like a real joy in being just from a distance spiteful. I get it. Madison. Oh, it's good. It's good. He caught me. Caught me on this one. Caught me on this one. Me versus the drill guy, right? Could be a sign, huh? It might be a sign. Herbie, is this, you know what? Is this a sign? This might be a sign. This might be a sign. I think this is a sign. Let's call this a sign. Basically, the Second Amendment, it's a premise to talk about, should we care about specific individual rights? And should we completely get in, because then we've got, how many amendments do we have now? We've got 20, I don't have my phone, I don't have enough of the history in my head. 26, 27 amendments now? Like, that's a lot of, like, extra paperwork to add. It's a lot of extra paperwork to add to the old Constitution, and the old Declaration of Independence. So I understand not wanting to do the paperwork, having to get it, all the amendments ratified by, 3/5, 60%? So, they're done screwing in, and I'm kind of done reading. I'm over it. That was a silly little battle, and I really don't care. I'm over it. So, I think you guys are over it too. We're done reading. So, anyhow, I'm glad you guys are here. What else are we going to talk about? What else are we going to do? Let's talk. Let's do it. Let's talk. Let me get a little swaggle here. Throw me some questions, and I'll try and answer them. Scroll me some questions, and I'll try and answer them. All right. You can be as serious as you want. Maybe don't be like, what's the meaning of life? We've already answered that one, and the answer to that one is avoid people drilling holes in the poles. All right, that's what I think. We've reached the zenith on that one, folks. All right. Let's you know what? Since we're here, and we're not gonna read anymore, I don't really care. We'll get more in. Maybe we'll finish it. Maybe we'll dip back into it if we have to. But it's a good thing we have a Bill of Rights. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my opinion on that. It's a good thing we have a Bill of Rights. It's wacky. We've been learning about the history about it. We like to twist a lot of things, and so we're still able to twist and turn and finagle and whatever. Humans, right? We're busy being humans. That's all we can be as humans. So it's always gonna happen. Like, someone's gonna try and find an angle. Again, a history of it, 2,000 years leading up to here we are. So it shouldn't surprise us that people are always finding angles on, from whatever side. I don't really want to be on anybody's side. Can I be right behind you? You know what I mean? Or maybe right in front of you or something. maybe like right next to you. You know, that'll be like on an aisle. You know what I say to your aisle? Dibble. And we're gonna get to the questions. Keep your questions coming. Keep them going. I'll try and answer as many. I'm gonna scroll. It's gonna be. It's gonna suck. Double. That was gross. Sorry. Double. Can't even. Wow. Do I even smoke? Alright, let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. Thank you to the moderators, Derek and Herbie, for coming back and participating and playing along with our goofy little feed here. Don't forget to hit the like button. It looks like we've already learned. We've learned. All right, cool. We've been learning, so that's good. All right. Let's go here. Let's go into the light. Let's go. Herbie, I can't read that out loud because that's a lot of fun. You're funny with the. Okay. The drill guy doesn't know you're there. I think they do know that I was here. All right, so let's go. Let's go with first question. Is hold on. There we go. We've got first question. Is that garage finished yet? Derek Anderson, shut up. Okay, next question is choose kindness from Derek. I'm sorry, Derek Anderson. The garage is not finished yet. Okay, shut up. All right, let's go. Let's go. Next question. We've got King. Says Brock, hair goes back. Niffer says, what is the meaning of... Niffer, the meaning of life is, I think it's a little more subjective than we really want it to be. You know, like, first off, you really have to understand, like, what do you mean by meaning, you know? And what do you mean by life? And then, like, does meaning in life have to, like, have a thing? You know, does survival have to have, like, a meaning, or can it just be survival? You know, does reproduction have to have a meaning, or can it just be, like, reproduction? You know, like, is survival and reproduction like replication? You know, not even reproduction, but replication. You know, like, what is life? Like, is a crystal forming in replications of itself? You know, along like a crystallic matrix. Keep quiet, Niffer. All right, let's go back. Let's go. Next question. Next question here. All right. Let's see. What is the best card combination in Clash Royale so I can get consistent wins? I don't know. How long is a piece of string? All right, Cleanie. When it comes to questions. Cleanie, you got the best ones. Let's see how long a piece of string is. Is that string? What do you mean by like string? Do you mean like what? How like string like thread string? Do you mean like string like string like a stringed instrument? You know, because those are like what 3 feet? Not 3 feet. That's maybe like a they're longer than a foot. Like how long is a banjo? Is that a stringed instrument? Is that a metallic instrument? What is a banjo? What even is a banjo? All right. How long is it? I don't know, Cleanie. That's a good question. That's a good question. All right, next question. Let's go. Someone says the meaning of life is life itself. Yeah, okay. How many licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? I think the owl said it was like 7. No, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then boom. Yeah, I think it was 3. So it's 3 licks. So that one's easy. Every kid knows that one. It's 3. It's 3 licks, and then boom, you're good. Let's go. Let's see. Are you gonna fill in the holes when they take lunch? Yes, Waz. Yes. You know I am. I'm gonna climb right up there with my little tool belt and be like, got him. You know what I mean? Okay. What is the greatest martial art movie you've ever seen? Oh boy. Oh wow, that's a good question. That's a super good question. And I'm gonna have to say it's the original Karate Kid. And that makes me a little sad, but it doesn't make me sad. No, actually, you know what? The original Karate Kid was pretty friggin' dope. No, I take that even further back. Karate Kid Part 2. Although, hold on. So yeah, he goes to Japan. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe there's some scenes in there where it's like a little silly, you know, a little. I don't know, a little too like. We're I don't know. Karate Kid. The original Karate Kid was dope. So I got it. Man, maybe I don't know. All right, so we got those. So Karate Kid, we're starting. That's my standard. All right, so we got a Karate Kid, and then what's creeping in? What's creeping in real quick? I know there's some Jet Li stuff in there that's really amazing. Ip Man. That's the one. I had that in my head. I was like, I know there's one. Ip Man number 1. Ip Man is the best one. And then Karate Kid 1 and 2. Karate Kid 3 never happened. Same with like Rocky 5, never happened. As much as I would really like Hilary Swank, but like, come on, what are we doing here? What's going on, Hilary? You know, aren't you training? Aren't you training with Clint Eastwood for a movie? Come on, let's go. So, we might have a delivery here. I don't know, UPS. There's a lot of activity going on out here. So when it comes to answering that question, that's really all I got. And so that's where I'm at, folks, when it comes to answering like the best one. Let's see. We've got time for one more question here. We've got what's the average airspeed of a uniladen swallow as it travels south for the winter? Herbie, African or European? African or European, I think is like, and then we can, and then I gotta African or European, and then I gotta go, right? And then I gotta go, and that's how that one works. African or European? No, isn't that the joke? Isn't that the? Because I think you're coming up with the what's the average speed of the swallow from joke from Monty Python, right? Isn't that right? Isn't that? I'm trying to get into the sun here, and I know you're cute, by the way. Whoever it is that says that, oh, you're so cute. No, you're cute. Um, Isn't that it? Isn't that the Monty Python joke? And then like Tim, the sorcerer, he's like, I'll never ask a question. And then the guy's like, well, what's the average airspeed? You know? And then why are you sad? Because of the sun, and I gotta see into the. There, I'm not sideways. You're sideways. Right? Oh, everyone. I don't know. It's all about ratios. I don't know, folks. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. I love you guys. It's after 10. Thanks for being here for part 2. Thanks for dealing with the goofy goof, and I'm gonna go fill some holes in the waz later on. But you know what? Next time, maybe we'll read ahead a little bit too, and we'll make sure that we don't have to read about like what James Madison griping about the Constitution. Like, come on, man. Sometimes you just gotta like do a little more extra paperwork. It is a government after all. Oh man, I gotta do work. Yeah, sir. Anyhow, love you guys. Scroll me out. Let me take a swig of swag here, and then we'll scroll out, and we'll go home, and we'll be ourselves, or be you, and be. Does it be long? Okay. Check out Herbie. Herbie, tell people what to do if they need to get a hold of us. Tell people where to go, and check us out. Or Derek or whatever, whoever it is that's not busy like deleting people, and keep it up though. Thank you. I have a pretty face, and I don't want anybody talking crap about my pretty face. All right, that's all these guys are here for. And so they're like, I sent them a text earlier, and I was like, look, Herbie, Derek, I'm really sick and tired of people saying things about my face, and so I need you to spend all morning making sure that any comments that are negative and not merely jokes from all of my hateful little friends that are actually hateful and negative, I want you to delete them, all right? So, because I am adorable, and I will not have anyone be smirching the merch, okay? Smirch the merch. Oh, God. Take the drink. Okay, guys. Let's go sideways again so I can read what's going on. Have a great day, Catzilla. Jesus Christ, Brock. See you till next time. Herbie with the info. Mike Barbo, have a good one. Lord Divine, have a great day, everyone. You too, Lord Divine. We've got Sam. Just got my tea started. Sorry about that, Sam. You can start it. You can start it over. Herbie, have a great day. You too. Have a great day, Sandman. Love, peace, and bud greetings from Clean Grow. Jesus Christ. See you, Bill. Cancela, thank you. Thank you. We got Bill D with the Captain Obvious with the emotes, and we've got all these things. Liquid nails, Derek. I'm telling you, just right in there. Derek Anderson with the emote, and have a good one, Mike from Bill D. Bill D with the goodbyes to everyone that I'm not quite getting a hold of. Trent, thank you. Have a great day. You too, Trent. Jesus Christ, no, you have the pretty face. Herbie says I'm the anti-bully, which is kind of like being the bully. I don't know. You're a killer. Nifra Mama said you are adorable. I don't know. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I know I am. Bill says it's time to make breakfast. Go get that breakfast. Go make that bacon. Don't be besmirching the merch, right? Classic, exactly. Hanging upside down on the monkey bars, waiting for the fun to start all the time, Herbie. Sam, we'll talk to you later, my guy. Derek Anderson, thank you, everyone, for an awesome morning. See y'all tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. kidding. Mr. Mushmouth, love you. You too, my guy. We'll hug it out. I promise you. We've got King later. See you, my guy. We've got have a good one. A good day to Bill Suleiman. Have a great day, everyone. Jesus with the pie, Mike and classic. I missed that. Herbie hanging upside down. We've got. Oh my goodness, what is that name? Notorious. Sorry, Notorious. We got Notorious, and then whoa. And then, all right. I think we're there. Herbie's breaking all my rules here. I think they're working on a roof. These poor guys have been listening to this going on for the last half hour. They're doing a good job. I appreciate them. I think they're doing a good job. Let's hope we all do a good job. Alright, so this one, maybe don't hug a roofer, but like sometimes they need a hug, you know, mostly for the safety of it all, because like if you hug someone on a roof, they're a little, you know, unstable. Don't do that. Wait till they come off the ground and then, you know, then bum rush them with the hug, okay? Let's hug a roofer today, okay? Let me teach you how. Alright, it's a quick little demonstration, and then we're still gonna do the liquid nails thing, Derek Anderson, okay? I forgive. I forgive, but I don't forget. Okay? That's me. Alright, I forgive. I absolutely will forgive you, but I won't forget. Alright, like if I have to hold it against you, I will. But I won't. But I will. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is for everyone. Hug. Give a hug. Give a hug. Here we go. You put your left hand here. You put your right hand here. You put your left hand right kind of there. And then your right kind of. And then you're like, okay. And then you wait for the 1, 2, 3. And then you're like, wait, is he going to do the thing with the 1, 2, 3? And it's like, yeah, I'm going to do the thing with the 1, 2, 3. It's the Monty Python. I learned this technique, this little joke from Monty Python, where it's like you draw it out, you know? It's like, oh, you keep drawing it out until even God himself has to come down and he's like, get on with that, you know? And you're like, all right, fine, whatever, you know? Like, sorry, jeez Louise. Okay, left, right, and then you get the, okay, all right, here we go. It's 3, 2, 1, okay, and then the hug, okay. The roofer, okay. 3, 2, 1. To the sun, like it feels like maybe the good Lord himself is telling me to get on with it, because he was like trying to hug, you know. And so it's like if you're inside or whatever and you're getting this hug, like, hey, feel that sun, because like look, it's right there on your back, you know. It's like, ah, man, it feels good. Let the sun hug you. All right, get in with it. Get in with it. Don't even let go. Just let the sun. Oh yeah, get right into the sun. Get right. And then you start melting because you're a vampire. Love you guys. Let's see. I was gonna be.